Hello guys and welcome to another gameplay video. In this video we're going over the Conqueror Rek'Sai. There's been changes to Conqueror and I think Rek'Sai is by far the best carry jungler in the game right now. Let me bring those sounds down a bit. And yeah, so I think you should bear in mind if you're playing Rek'Sai, your Q is an auto attack reset, your E is an auto attack reset. When you're initiating ganks, you have to make sure if you're tunneling in, you're all in and you're not going to get turned on by multiple people like a TP or global. Other things that are important are your unburrowed Q, your burrowed Q, your Prey Seeker. If you land that, you get an extra Conqueror stacks at the beginning of the gank. So your combo should look something like W. Let's say you knock someone up, or you go burrowed and then you Q for the missile, and then you knock them up, auto Q, and you have already 4 stacks right there. So then you can decide to go and for another auto, get your full Rage Fury or 2, and then use your E for the true damage. So as far as what I do, again, same game, every game, I just ward this at 120, spam ping this, get this warded. If they have a chasing jungler like Pantheon, Xin Zhao, the old Camille, I'm sure you're all aware of, level 2, get this warded, and that's pretty much it. If you have all 4 entrances warded, you see where Camille goes for level 2. So anyways, like I said, start red buff, auto Q, auto attack reset. I got a pretty dog shit leash, but that's because I have a Nico top lane, but that's okay. Doesn't really change much. Also, I almost forgot my runes. Can't really show you, but it's Conquer, Triumph, Alacrity, Coup de Grace, and second tree Sorcery with Water Walking, Absolute Focus. So Absolute Focus makes you clear the fastest possible. You get like 1 or 280 extra early game. And you want to smite the Krug so you can be in that position of having the extra 80. And like I said, you want to go for red Krugs. Try to get your mid lane to push. I told my mid and top to push hard so I can make sure I get this crab. And luckily they listen, so step 1 complete. I got a very fast level 3 and I'm pretty much set to either gank, counter gank, or just invade. And you also do crabs really fast because your knockup drops the armor to 10. So Rek'Sai is in a really good spot right now, I'd say, after the QL fixes and everything. So I don't see Lee Sin on this crab. I just go to blue, try to force him to come to me because again, I have mid priority. And I still have tunnel escape. Typically, if you're vertical jungling and you know where the enemy jungler is, like you see that you're beside, you can go 2 points Q. I just go E in case because Annie's pretty strong early game. If I get stun CC'd and locked down, I just die. So I took E just in case, and I made a preemptive tunnel in case I have to escape. But I noticed Lee was probably just in my bot side. It's been too long. Okay, at this point, I look at top, I look at mid. Vlad's way too hard to die. Probably has W, which he does. That's something you have to communicate with your teammates. Like Vlad without W is very vulnerable, whereas with W, he isn't. So I look at mid. So there's 2 ways to initiate a gank. Either you walk behind them, or you lead with tunnel. If you lead with tunnel, you have to be really immobile, and like you have to bear in mind they might have a dash or flash up as well. But I noticed Annie was really close to this wall and wasn't respecting my dive. So like I said, Lee Sin's probably bot side, and I clear faster than him, so I figure this is a good opportunity to dive mid. I in, drop my Q, and get free for a split. And also, Ori took aggro for that, so that was pretty well played. Lee Sin took a really long time to take my bot side demo though, because he cleared his raptors too. Anyways, I have buy these items, buy a pink, buy a red trinket, burn a slush. Guardian saves him. And somehow the Gromp is on Bard. I almost saved him, but this guy flashes. And I just keep my flash because I have no mana for tunnel. Get another free kill. So I was just like them playing really aggro, even though I just shot. They should know I'm going bot side. So I have a pretty hefty lead so far. And at this point, I just go for my Krugs. I always, when I'm playing Rek'Sai, I will get my second rotation Krug, which is always 425 to 435, depending on what you're playing. On Graves would be a bit faster, depending on the red leash, but like I said, we always want to get these Krugs whenever we can. I think, yeah, our top laner actually flashed, that was good by him. So he didn't die. And here I'm like, okay, Annie's going top, and I see her walking through this ward, right? If she takes the greedy route, I get a free kill. If she doesn't, I don't really miss out on much. I just zone her out of the lane. So I just drop a pink here to see the least coming if it's a bait. And lead with Q, auto, Q, and I have as much 5 Conqueror stacks, she's dead. So at this point, like, okay, top's about to crash, maybe looking for a reset. I can probably go for a gank here. I tell him to stay in lane, maybe bait, or force him to push. Sweep, there's no wards. Drop my Q, 1 Conqueror stack. I flash because I know he's going to W preemptively, get my damage off first. And another kill. That was a bit harder to execute. Call me freak, but yeah, I got so much roll from that. Killed their top and mid, and then I got kills bottom. So 4 kills in 6 minutes is kind of the early game you want on Rek'Sai. You need to be ganking every lane you can and pathing well in the meantime. So again, I got my second rotation Krugs. This gives me 6, which is probably your biggest power spike, Warrior in 6. I think I just reset though to get my Warrior and go for red buff because my red buff's spawning soon, and I figured I'll probably one-shot whoever. Get Warrior, I think I sell my pot for longsword, yeah, and my red spawning. So this is how you wanna already plan your consecutive route based off your camp timers and what you're gonna do. It's very important. Like me having red buff here, if I waited or like try to gank top, odds are maybe Lee Sin's top, maybe we can't kill him. I just waste time. I just put pressure top, but it's better if they go for this route. Playing off yourself rather than your teammates because solo queue is very disorganized and obviously RNG, I'd say. Maybe gets another kill. Solo kill actually. I think our Lucian died. I don't remember. Oh, I actually won. Oh, okay. Other important play to. Let me go over this. Sorry, I got tunneled. So I noticed Crab's up. I see Lee Sin hold mid. He's level 5. He has no red buff. At this point, like I'm gonna go for this strat. I want them to shove mid. I sweep to know if they see me coming, and luckily they don't. So I pretty much know he can't clear this fast enough. Smites it early. Q auto attack. Smite the thing. He's dead. He can't escape. I have ult for his flash, even if he had to flash. Alright, the most important thing about Rek'Sai right now is you should like learn to use this for ult. So this also resets tower aggro. So I have tunnel idea. So again, lead with Q, get your Conqueror stack. I'm just spamming R at this point because the only way I die is if I don't get R off before Annie dies because I won't be able to reset tower aggro. So let's watch that one more time to be sure. Look at my spells. Tunnel's up, by the way. But I don't know how to use it at all. I'm spamming aura. Another free kill. And I can go for this play because they have no globals, and bots pushed in, and their jungler just died to me. So if you have lanes that are winning hard, look for tower dives and make sure to use your ult offensively or defensively, reset aggro, or just to execute someone, because it does go off the missing health percentage. But I'm so fed that I'm not even using it for the safety. I'm using it mostly for an execute at that point. But it works both ways. So at this point, just clear my bot side. Nothing else for me to do really. Just my bot lane reset. I'm gonna go for the crab. Have a decent pink. Issue is I don't have ult or flash, so going for a play is way more risky if I'm not as fed as I am. And I can easily get turned on. So Shauna's kind of fed. She has like 2,000 gold worth of AD. I go bottom, no tunnel, doesn't really matter. I can knock him before he like flies in the air and then get a double kill. So let's see the jungle. I have twice his gold at 8 minutes and in a challenger game. Well, not really challenger, but this account is challenger, so. But I do also have 8 kills. Or he gets another solo kill. So if you can get your laners ahead, enemy jungle is really behind, and doesn't go for ganks or counter ganks, whatever, the lanes you got ahead should in theory win, because obviously I killed Annie several times and got her assist gold. I kind of go for a troll buy. I wouldn't recommend buying this in this specific game. Like, you guys won't always be 8-0 at 9 minutes. I'd recommend buying Phage and tab buy / merge treads. I typically am preferring merge treads right now because when you get my autos attack during Conqueror, I'll heal a lot more with my empowered spells. So it really depends on the game. If they don't have hard CSAN, they're all I do just go tab buys. But I'm going merge treads like 75% of my games. Let's say 3 out of 4. I just go for a free Drake. Always tunnel in because by the time something happens, you can just tunnel out to invade you or contest it. My bot goes aggro, I don't know why. I'm on Drake right now, I should've just waited. Get Drake. Go bottom, we missed the slash Q. I went for one winning jungle this game. And their Tristana dies. I think here's my first death. This is like obviously really stupid, but at this point I knew the game was over. I was waiting for them to face check me, but they're actually playing smart. They weren't face checking me. And I just E over the wall, hoping there's no ward, and go for a power dive. At this point, Tristana's like almost back in lane, so it's a bit risky. It's not a bit risky, it's very risky. Like, she has items, she's strong. Run the slash. Kind of waste my ult, but it's only 10 seconds. This damage really caught me off guard, and I crit, so let's get it again. This is why you always want to like unbro people before you lead ganks, because I should have in theory flashed on this guy, because this guy was dead. So this is probably my biggest mistake of this game. That wasn't that big of a deal. But if you ult someone that dies, your ult gets a 10-second cooldown. It's kind of like Pantheon ult. If you cancel, it's 30 seconds now. But I should have burrowed and then flashed on him earlier, and that crit and ignite just kill me. Luckily our Horn cancels his jump there, and we still get 3 for 1, but when you get 1,000 gold bounty to someone like Tristana, it could be bad, so make sure to always lead up on your opponent, your teammates, rather than yourself if you're building super heavy AD like I did this game. Or go on the right target at the right time. Because Lee Sin wasn't a threat there, it was pretty much just Bard. If he stuns me against the wall, I die to Triss, because it was pretty strong at the time. And now at this point, I think Annie just left the game and they told us to open, so we pretty much run this game in 10 minutes. But in theory, at this point, I just clear topside, go for a rift, ask my bot lane to swap, and then play out on this side of the map, and then go from there, because we got so much tower damage from all my dives mid lane, and they asked us to open, so here I'm just wasting time. They're just patting their kitty A's because they lost the game, I guess. I need 3 mana top laner. So I should have stayed on Rift, but in general, things like these won't happen in games very often. Unless you play at NA server where there's NA opens, but you can just speed it up a bit at this point because really nothing happens. Annie leaves. They just 3-man top. I'm camping brushes, but I think they learned a lesson, so no one's ever checking or face checking at all. We pretty much won the game at 10 minutes, ganking every single lane at least once. We didn't really interact with enemy jungler except for the invade here that was like, it's an obvious invade to go for because we saw Lee Sin eating the wave mid and Sin tapping bot side, so either way guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up. I'm going to be in Korea in less or pretty much a week from now, so it's going to be a lot of gameplay content. Mostly highlight videos, I'm assuming, because I don't know if I'll have time to make informational videos, but I think this Conqueror Rek'Sai video will help you guys get a lot of free LP. Just make sure to max Q into E, and you'll be good to go. Gank some lanes and get your free LP. Thanks for watching guys, peace.